The background music kept breaking, so rest in peace. I tried to put different background music in. And it did not work, apparently. I had it set to loop, but oh well. It was the Thousand Arms town theme. Not the haunted house, but like the ghost town or whatever, so. Let me double check something here real quick. I just want to make sure. Okay. Make sure my audio is fine. There's a lot of stuff moving on screen. Hopefully it's not too distracting. I can always turn some stuff off if it makes sense. We'll see if anyone ends up complaining. So, let me double check the audio level for the game. Looks like it's at a reasonable level. So, tonight, we will be playing through Castlevania Bloodlines. I don't know. I'm sure I've mentioned it on the podcast before, but like, hey, Mr. T, how's it going? It is going good. You? I apparently have text-to-speech on, so let me turn that off. I was testing it out because probably for Castlevania I won't need it, but some other games in the future, it might be nice to be able to just use text-to-speech for something. So let me turn that off real quick, because that's going to be very distracting to me. Goodbye. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's going all right. Mostly working on panel stuff this week, so that's been the big focus, and a lot of progress. Even though the first couple nights it was really slow progress, but once I got past that initial hump, it turned out okay. So, hey Alvy, hey Alex, how's it going? Yes, Vampire Killer, what is it? The New Generation or something in Europe or whatever it's called. We're playing the American version, I assume. I don't know if in the Castlevania collection, if you can like play the different regions or not. Okay. Normal, we'll do that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I always just crank up that player lives whenever I play games like this, so. Quick demo display. So, and then, you know, this, I don't know what the buttons are, but because it's in the PS4 collection, I assume there's like some kind of save state thing, right? Assuming saving current progress means saving the save state, basically. That would be my assumption. I don't know for sure. We gotta save replay. All kinds of stuff there. But generally, I try to avoid using save states unless it really makes sense. I guess a big question, maybe I should look this up real quick, is like, does this game have limited continues? Castlevania Bloodlines. Limited continues. It has limited continues. Okay. Huh. Trying to think of the best way to handle that. Not, well, we'll feel it out. Unless anyone has some advice on how to handle this, but. Did they remove any mention of Sega in there? I don't know if it has rewind. Is there like a... Okay. I think it's just the manual for the game itself. I'm gonna guess there's no rewind. I'm not pressing any buttons that seem to be doing a rewind function, so. Hello, Damaralam. How's it going? Mr. Controller Man. Now I'm a man now. Alright. I have not seen the Sonic Prime trailer. I will try to remember to look at it tonight. I remember seeing some kind of Sonic Prime thing, but I think it was not like nearly close to being out at that time, so. Fix my camera. Look, Damaralam. Camera is always a problem. Unfortunately, I really need to replace this one. Or at least put my old one back up here, probably. So I hope it's fixed, but it's really inconsistent. I don't understand why. So, but that's just how this camera is. I got it kind of refurbished or whatever. So, and I don't know, like, I thought maybe it was a heat thing at some point, but then that didn't seem to be it when I looked into it later, so I don't know. All right. So we're going to play Eric Lecarde, mainly just because this is the guy I'm most interested in playing, honestly, given that I've played enough Castlevania games otherwise. I thought he had, like, a pogo jump, similar to, like, the Scrooge McDuck and DuckTales or whatever, but he just has, like, a downward stab kind of thing, which doesn't seem to give him any kind of bounce or anything like that. So, not that I played DuckTales or anything like that. So, gotcha. I was surprised when Crystal Chronicles on the PS4 had mention of Nintendo in it. So, I have never played this one Castlevania before. There's a lot of Castlevania games that I have not played, unfortunately, but they're all, you know, kind of the more classic style Castlevanias. So, you know, it wouldn't be that long if I really decided to sit down and try to get through it, honestly. So, if I really wanted to, I think I could really get through them in, like, a pretty quick amount of time. Same thing with, like, the Zelda series. Like, something's happening. I don't know if it's just, like, a star or something, like a Mario game. I don't recognize whatever's happening here. Very un-Castlevania-like. Also, I think you get jewels in this game. Yeah. Hot Castlevania 64 type thing there. Charge jump. The charge jump is just down, right? Yeah. And I think does that do damage, if I recall correctly? I don't know if it does. He, like, stops. I don't know if that's because I'm hitting him or if it's just... Maybe it's just a stun. He doesn't seem to be taking damage from it, so... Alright, there's a cracked wall there. Got the book. Oh, it's like a way up here. Am I even close enough to get there? Oh, there we go. But yeah, I think the big Castlevania games I'm still missing are all the Game Boy games I haven't played through. I haven't played through the original Dracula X, the Rondo of Blood. I've only played through the PSP version. And by PSP version, I mean like the actual remake, not like the thing inside the remake that you can play. That's just like the port of the TurboGrafx version or something. I am changing sub-weapons like crazy. If you haven't been here in a long time, if like, I don't remember the last time I actually played a game like this on stream. I'm not particularly good at these types of games, so please enjoy me doing a very bad job. Oh god. I'm assuming this glass is hurting me, but I'm not really 100% sure. I would like to stop dying, though. That'd be good. Just gonna play it safe, I think, for now. Almost. Bam. All the Metroidvania games I've played, though, I do need to play the 3DS one still, though. Is this like one of the games with the suicide thing? Nope. All right. Used a lot of gems, but we'll live. Yeah, that glass looks like it hurt me. I wasn't quite sure what happened. Or rather, I wasn't sure what the hitbox was. A bunch of skulls here. It was a heat thing because the chat was so high. Yeah. All right, okay, so I can't stab up when I'm jumping. I can only stab up when I'm standing. Stab up on the stairs? Nope. So yeah, it's I really should just kind of wrap up because it's not like they're making more Castlevania games, right? So, but it's hard. Also, I'm surprised I didn't get a life recovery of that boss, although maybe it was like a mini boss instead of a full boss. I guess we're still technically on stage 1. What is this? Okay. All right. I'm guessing that cost a lot. I wasn't paying attention, but is this, can I get on this? I just think I'm moving around. Hit the wall upstairs for food. Too late. I don't know where you're talking about. I'm gonna die anyways. Oh god, oh god. All right. Okay. Oh, I didn't first break in the wall. Rest in peace. Alright, I'm walking. We'll find some health somewhere at some point. Okay. Is that, like, bad drippy drip? Also, is this a... Okay, I can't crouch walk, so... We're gonna test this out. Okay, I did not take any damage from that. It's just blood for the sake of blood. I did take damage from jumping on the spikes, though. And then stabbed myself when I died. I don't know what that thing is. Oof. So I'd say I probably have like maybe 7 or 8 Castlevania games left, but again, all pretty short ones except for, I imagine the 3DS one's pretty long, so. Although I am kind of, I mean, it's been like literally 10 years since I said this, but I am interested in checking out the 3DS one because like the lore dump you get in Lords of Shadow 2 makes that game sound crazy, so. I do like that the attack range is different whether you're crouching or standing, so it gives you like incentive to stand up. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I've played Symphony of the Night. I beat it. It is not my favorite Castlevania game, but it was one of the first ones I played, so it was definitely like one of the games that really drew me into the series. That's for sure. But I think nowadays I don't appreciate it as much because it's kind of the problem I have with games like A Link to the Past and stuff like that too, or Super Mario Bros. 3, where it's like inherently, just because of how the series progressed, I just think those games are less interesting because they're probably the games that have the most in common with every other video game in that franchise, because it's kind of used as like the basis for the rest of the franchise. So it becomes like kind of vanilla in a way to me. So all right, food that I don't need, but we will take it. All right, I see what was wrong. I think last time I was doing this, trying to break it, and it didn't actually break. So. Yeah, I'm sure 10 years later, I'll definitely check out that 3DS one at some point. Well, goodbye. Yeah, that's somebody I know always makes fun of me and calls my gaming plans the 10-year plans because they don't happen very fast at all. Gosh dang it. I mean, I put that Doraemon video out this week, and I literally had been wanting to do that probably since I am just not having this room, apparently. I had been wanting to put that video out for probably, and pretty much since I played it. And I think I played it in like 2018, I think is when we streamed that, so. No, it's gone. All right. Let me get the, whatever this is. Thank you. Get my one axe throw. All right, I'll try not to die immediately. All I had to do was walk. I always like these, I forget what they're called, skeleton dragons or something like that. It's always interesting to see like how different they shake. I assume like based off hardware. I don't think the stairs look good in this game, though. Like, these stairs look really flat in a way that I don't feel like Castlevania stairs usually look. It's fine. I mean, it's not going to kill me, but... I mean, I didn't plan for the video for 4 years, but it was in my head of eventually I'm going to do this for 4 years. I mean, there are things that I literally have been wanting to do videos of probably for 10 years, and I just have not gotten to it, unfortunately. This guy looks like a Balls boss fight. The, what is that game? Is it called Balls 3D, I think, on the Genesis or something? Maybe it's a Super Nintendo game, I don't remember. That's what he reminds me of. Oh, jeez. Ah! Ah, stay away. That seems so bad, but I'm gonna die, apparently. Okay. There we go. Survived. Am I finally past stage 1? Give me the orb. Alright, there's the orb. The orb I've been looking for. Balls on the Super Nintendo, yeah. So. That's just how it is, though. It just takes a long time. screenshot this. My witch is in the way, but it's okay. Hey Joshua, how's it going? Oh, at some point I need to get 16-bit systems again, but probably just gonna get a Mister is probably the reality. But I have no urgency to play any Super Nintendo or Genesis games anytime in the near future, so there's a good chance I just go my whole life just being like, I don't need to play that many Super Nintendo games, it's fine. It would be nice to be able to, like, actually shop for those games, though, especially because prices have started to come down on them, so. Kind of a neat effect. I saw somebody posting videos on Twitter today that was showing off the reflection effects in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, I think? Maybe it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I might die? Okay. What are you doing? Alright. Neither of us could hit each other, so. Don't shoot me in the butt, please. Thank you. You know, basically just do the whole thing where they, like, make a fake environment under... Oh, God. Okay. Alright. We going. Make a fake environment under the actual level. Ooh. Okay, I would like to get past you. TurboGrafx 16, yeah. Save state? I can try. I forget what the button is for the emulator menu. Hold the options button, maybe? R1 or L2 for some reason. There you go. Beautiful. Save data has been saved. I don't know if that's making a save state, but hope so. I got a password at least, so. I do kind of like the idea with, like, passwords that, like, you know, it makes it so you can kind of switch your progress between systems if you ever wanted to go back and play on the actual Genesis, so. Mechanical Bat Dragon. That sounds interesting. Hello. Shaft? I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I'm okay with the fight going like this, but not seem like much happened there. Oh, maybe this is still... Maybe the fight's still going? Oh, bird! Alright, I think fight's still going. Yeah, fight's still going. Oh, God. I don't think it's gonna work out for me, unfortunately. Oh, thank God. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. Ah, wait. Ah, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get smacked right in the back of the head. I do watch Scott the Woz. He's pretty alright. I really appreciate him as a fan of the Nintendo Wii. He is a bit of a younger guy, and I think that definitely shows, but, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, so. Oh, I didn't realize this stage was flooding earlier. Well, this might not end well for me, depending on... Is it gonna drain now? Okay, thank you. But yeah, I like his videos generally. I prefer his, like, secondary channel a bit more. I think that stuff's, like, more interesting. But he's pretty good at, like, choosing video ideas and things like that, so. Oh, get under him. Oh, God, no! Turn around, please. Turn around, please. But he's a good channel. I was deathly afraid when he put up his Nintendo DSiWare video, because I was like in the middle of like working on my Nintendoji video. I was like, God damn it, Scott, I better not watch this video, and I better not see Nintendoji in here. And thank God he probably was just too scared. Hey, two things. One, that game is intimidating if you don't know what you're doing. Like, once you know what you're doing, cool, it's all good and fine. But it's very intimidating if you don't know what you're doing. Also, I think he's maybe not so against it now, but at the time I think he was. Gosh dang it. At the time I think he was not like doing any kind of like software hacks for his system or anything like that. So. Oops. Probably should have got that holy water, but too late. So, you know, the fact that that thing was so hard to get, like, unless, you know, and he has the money and he does this generally, but unless he imported the 3DS with Nintendoji installed on it, I don't know if at the time, at least, that he would have checked it out, so. Yeah, I played through Dracula's Curse on the North American version, and it's tough. Maybe play the Japanese version. I'd recommend. The Virtual Console version's kind of busted, like, at least the last boss is kind of busted, so maybe avoid that version. That would be my recommendation, at least, so. It took me a long time to realize that the last boss was kind of busted in that game. Because I was like, it was really hard at the time. I was just like, wow, it's just a really hard last boss fight. And then, like, I was trying to talk to somebody, explain to them what, like, the trouble I had, and they were like, that doesn't make any sense. That is not how that worked. And I looked it up later, and yeah, that wasn't how the boss fight worked. Like, the Virtual Console version just, like, doesn't know what to do with Dracula's, like, fireballs. And so instead of, like, having them follow a trajectory that you can dodge over, they just, like, teleport everywhere. So it's just, like, you would just get randomly hit by fireballs. I'm really hating this jump move. I need to think about what I need to do there. So when he jumps, it seems like he jumps, like, a set distance kind of thing. So I probably just need to, like, all right, are we thinking that I'm just gonna load up a save state? Is that what we're thinking? Let's see what happens. Okay, so yeah, it is just straight up a save state here. So, oh Jesus Christ, little orb, stop it. Well, at least we know what's going on there. So, I think it's probably, honestly, probably for the best we just take that approach rather than risk having to start the whole game over again or something. So we can hopefully finish this on stream. I mean, Mega Suda 2096 is a very fast game on the right hardware, so. but it's got to be on the right hardware, baby. Put in your original PS1. I was debating trying some poppin' music on my PS1, mainly because if I do it, I think I might try to use my CRT and see if that helps me with timing, because I have a really hard time with poppin' music. Unfortunately, I'm stupid. Really hard time with poppin' music. I'm just gonna load a state or save a state right here, real quick. So is there only one state? Yeah, I think there's only one state. So don't regret it. So it might be a timing thing to some degree. I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna try hook it up through my CRT. And because it's a PV, or like not a PVM specifically, but you know, a broadcast monitor, it has a video out on it. So I should be able to feed that into my capture card afterwards. So, but it's S-video only, so I'd probably just rather just use my actual PS1 in that case, so. And try not to get hit by that. Then you come up here and do a little kneecap stabbing. Spawn wave. I'm trying to respond to this. Is he the one who was like doing those like GameStop videos during the pandemic of just like, I'm gonna buy a bunch of GameCube games from GameStop and see what I get? Oh god, I hate that jump. I get out of the way. Okay, is it 3? Okay, there's a 4th swipe. You jumping? He's jumping. This is kind of a bad spot to be. I guess we're just gonna go for it. Okay. He might have like glasses. I think I know who you're talking about. I think I watched his videos a little bit. I think it was around the time that I was like thinking a little bit. Oh my god, I almost died there. I was thinking a little bit more about like the whole collectors thing in general, right? So I think I did watch his stuff for a while. I don't think anything ever like stuck out to me, but I think he's pretty popular, so you know. I'm not quite sure what his like gimmick really is. I think he has like some hardware skills, right? Like he can go and solder and stuff like that, right? And I always appreciate that kind of thing. So use has money. I don't know what the money's for. Might just be for points. Spawn Cassidy's, yeah. I haven't watched him recently, but it seems like he's pretty decent from what I saw. But yeah, I didn't really I don't like still follow him or anything like that. Okay, good. I was like, where am I even supposed to go there? Yeah, I mean, having the ability to solder is like a pretty big deal, so. Gosh. I don't think I've ever seen a Castlevania enemy that looks like one of these guys before. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. Hello, lady. Okay, well, I'm just gonna decapitate them. But yeah, they seem like a good channel, so. But I think I mentioned on the, I mean, I've mentioned in various places, like, I've kind of checked out a little bit of, like, gaming content. I think at some point, like, I kind of, I don't know, I kind of feel like I maybe it's like so much, I have consumed so much information over the years that like at some point it's just like I have so much knowledge of just like random garbage for no good real reason, and so like I guess I'm like trying to find better places to spend my time, but I still haven't really found like a good place to like spend my listening time and stuff. Like I don't watch a lot of stuff in general. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. All right. Rest in peace. I'm not enjoying that. I'm already too far gone, Mr. T. When I load my save state, we'll come back and do it. We gotta go back down the waterfall area, but it's fine. Alright, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Kind of interesting that like skull heads here. I don't know, they got kind of a weird rounded look to them in a way I don't really feel like the other Hanson. The other ones have. Right down here. Oh, on the way to the wall? Okay. What I get for looking away. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's been anyone I've been watching recently that I've just like, I didn't expect to get here, but... Hey, Oscar! Going well, how about yourself? How you been doing, boy? Ooh, I've been doing alright. Busy. So. Busy. Not being busy with the right stuff sometimes, but you know, that's how life goes, right? working on too much YouTube stuff that doesn't matter rather than working on real job stuff. So, but I have been working on quite a bit of real job stuff at the moment because I'm building out like a knowledge base for the software at the last company I worked at. So that's been exciting, learning new software so I can write information about our old software. So that's gonna be a good chunk of this month, I think. So, and then almost done with panel stuff. So, and I get to move on to shifting. What is that? A gem there? Could be better. Yeah. Well, I hope it gets better sooner rather than later. But I feel like generally that. Oh gosh. Generally, things get better for most people. I mean, that's not always the case, I realize, depending on what's going on, but generally it's good to be like... I definitely have times in my life where I've, like, gotten into, like, a bad situation, and, you know, I've sat down and thought about it, and, like, you know, this is bad right now, but I know in this amount of time I'm gonna feel better about it, kind of thing, right? Even if it's, like, the reality of the situation, like, you know... Just through time passing itself and me kind of getting invested in other things that can help. So hopefully that's the case for you. But like I said, that's not always true for everything, I realize. So I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, suck it up, Oscar. No. But yeah. Beep. Surprised I made that. Too late, Mr. T. Already gone. That pillar's spewing blood, though. So, yeah, it's kind of hard, I'll be honest, when I'm talking and also playing. So, I will catch it when I can. Catch it when I can. What's he doing? Eating that wall? It's always like just after I've passed that I noticed your message, so. Get down. Alright, cool. Oh, this is a boss. I was like, what is going on? I still don't really understand what water does to me. Alright, okay. This is a man, apparently. Can I hit your toenails? What's going on here? How do I... Okay, I gotta hit his body, apparently. That hit him a bunch. I feel like the axe is gonna tear through him. Maybe? I don't know if they're limiting it. Oh, God. Well, he's got a lot of health still. I'm guessing his face has different health than, yeah, the rest of his body. I don't think it's gonna work out for me, unfortunately, so. Did not work out for me. Is it pillar blood or milk? Yeah. Thank you. There's probably too many. There were more, and I was like, this is too much. So I turned off like 2 or 3 of them. So, but I was given, I gained a power I realized I didn't need, and then made a mess out of it. So let's go down. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you just start drowning is what's going on there. All right. That's good to know. Yeah, how you doing, Amar? How you doing, buddy? I don't know if calling somebody buddy is offensive, like if you don't know them well enough, so. Or if you're like, don't call me buddy. Oh my gosh. This guy always gets me. Alright. Doing a weird mix of just like sometimes save stating, sometimes just burning lives, so. The one and only Mr. T is here. Here to perform for you. Is the real Mr. T still alive? Not to say that you're a fake Mr. T, but... I believe there is a Mr. T that the world knows, and I have no idea if he's still going. All right, so it is like water. So there's like water between this pillar and that thing, and it's draining down. All right, see ya. Oh man, did you guys see Rao from the fitness boxing thing? Let me bring this up. Let me find. I had the picture earlier today. It's gonna come over. You know, I'm probably have to save this. Let me save it first. Desktop. The beautiful place of the desktop where everything gets thrown. All right, there it is. We'll leave him here for a little while. I would flip him, but his name would be backwards. So, yeah, like, look at this body. Look at Rao's body. His like arm is like thicker than his waist. Now he's trick or treating. Let me flip him. There we go. He is strong. There we go. He's gonna replace our pumpkin here. All right. He's a big boy. The Monty artist called Mr. T. I think the only Bimani artist I know is probably the Atokenol one, to be honest with you, so. Oh yeah, it's not out yet. It's a next year game, so. I'm looking forward to it, so. I'm also looking forward to that one. Oh, dang it, I jumped in the water, because I'm dumb. Let me load my not dumb, when I was not being dumb state. What's the other game? I talked about it on the podcast this week, and I can't for the life of me even remember what it's called. It was like Exer Fitness or something like that. I feel like it had something to do with walking, actually, but that game kind of looks neat. It is on sale on like PlayAsia, so it is available to purchase, but it's like $40 I think right now. Oh. Okay, there we go. Ah! Those rocks! Okay. Oh, I just like knocked his face off. All right. This the real boss, or does he give me the finger? Is that what's happening there? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, too early. Walk It Out? Man, if you're talking about Walk It Out, like, I really want to love Walk It Out. I stopped playing it because, honestly, I think Walk It Out is poorly designed in a lot of ways. But I want to believe that Walk It Out is, I think Walk It Out could be a better game with the right presentation changes. So, I'm gonna... I think it could be a better game with the right presentation changes. I think they need to draw more attention to the fact that, the background, like when you build a section of the game, they really need to make a big deal out of it, which they don't. And so, like, you feel like you built something, and it just doesn't really feel like you've done anything, even though you like spent way too much time building up enough points to finish this area. So I love that game in concept. I love that it uses the nunchuck to like track your stepping, with just like the nunchuck is not something that gets used very often, and the fact that you put a nunchuck in your pocket kind of thing. I mean, the Wii Fit uses the Wii remote in your pocket, but Walk It Out, you know, you're using the actual Wii remote still, so you need to have that in your hand. Not all the time, but you know, frequently enough. Hey, Harpy. I think all the sprites in this game are really weird for Castlevania, but Castlevania was just kind of weird at this time anyway, so yeah. I dreamed the dream of Walk It Out being good. Now, what I will probably do, it's very rare I will never finish like that. I won't finish a video game. Oh, he's just picking up that thing. It's pretty rare I won't finish a video game. I'll probably turn on baby mode and Walk It Out and just like basically turn the point stuff super high, because I just like I would probably have to play that game like every day for like a whole year in order to finish it. So I think I'm just gonna just kind of blast through it and just try to finish it off. I feel like I've tried my best to play it more naturally. Okay. I couldn't tell if his like head got cut off or what was going on there. No respect for the infrastructure here. Using support pillars as weapons. No, this is not where it really. Get out of here. I mean, I could be wrong, but, you know, that's just my general feeling, so. So, I think there are some reviews out there, though, if you go look it up, so. But I think, yeah, I do love the idea of the game, but I think there's the presentation just doesn't quite do what it needs to do, so. Ouchie. I'm just gonna keep going. That's probably a bad idea, but we're just gonna do it. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Is there anything over here? Oh, I was not sure if I was gonna make that jump. Just a gem? Is that it? I'm gonna risk it. Okay, another layer there. I can't tell, like, the stair walking animation's really kind of weird too, but it's because it's on a mature platform. Can't do this on Nintendo. Probably. I assume that's the thought process, maybe. I assume that's how it was marketed at the very least, is that, nope, Nintendo doesn't want you to see this, by Sega at least, so. No idea what Konami felt. Konami's just like, let's just make money on your platform, please. Will you give us a bigger cut than Nintendo? Yes, no. Can I make this? No. Genesis does. Probably is gonna be a bad room for me. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna do that. And hope we get some health here in a minute. Any wiggly cracks around here? Picked up some for 2,000 points. Kinda like the motion on this like makes me not trust my own jumps, so I'm like I feel really awkward. I'm sure is kind of the point. Question. Oh, okay. Well, goodbye. All right. Yeah, I just need to be on them. I need to stop just killing them really far away. That's how I get out? Okay, we're out. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, yeah, I've heard really good things about hardcore. I played the, like the, I don't know if it's really a remake, like the successor to hardcore on the, that was a bad idea. On the PlayStation 3. That was a really good game. Whew. Got spooked. It's like Arc System game, actually, now I think about it. I don't know if Konami was involved in that. I can't remember. And remember that year at E3 they had the giant Contra logo on fire and then nothing ever happened? I was like, yeah, thanks, Konami. Or I think the Rogue Ops came out after that, but I don't think that was the same project, so. Hello, Blade. Blade, you killed me. I was reading your chat and your name. So, your name was purple on my background, so I couldn't actually read it for a second. Sorry, I'm just... brain, okay. I forget who it was. Somebody I know likes that video game. Who that is, I cannot remember. I think it might be Infernal Monkey, which runs that like 18 plus website. I think he enjoyed it. I could be wrong, but I seem to recall that being something he was into. I don't know many other people who were, so. I wouldn't mind playing that someday. It's an ugly looking game for sure though. But it could be fun. It always remind me of Spyborgs on the Wii. That's what it remind me of. Visually. It's not looking again. So I get for looking at chat and the screen transitions. Okay. We'll get there. We'll make it happen. Hit me with this head. Oh my god, please. I could see that. It definitely felt like weirdly a weird game. I don't know who made that even. Like, I don't think it's a Konami internal team, right? All right, I'm gonna look at the screen this time. That'll help me platform. Hello. Don't touch me in the butt, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was playing, so I played through the majority of Curse of the Moon 2 with Knockback on with a friend. But I was playing it locally because that game doesn't have any online play or whatever. But then it was when my friend was visiting me and then he had to go. So I only finished Curse of the Moon 2 playing, through the Steam like screen sharing thing. I don't know what it's called. But you know, there was some delay, but you know, it works well enough for the most part. But you know, there's always gonna be problems, right? Just like inputs being dropped, or you know, you get a little hitch in your connection or whatever. But that friend played the game with knockback turned off, and it felt incredibly wrong in a lot of ways. But it's perfectly fine too. So, and it probably honestly was for the best given the you know, situation that we were in with me playing remotely. So. Hello, buddy. Ow. Okay. All right. Where is this gonna drop me? Game over. Okay. I think we'll eat our game over here. A Soul Android Cactus. I don't think I recognize that one. I think Curse of the Moon 1 and 2 are very similar games, but what Curse of the Moon 2 really benefits from is the two-player aspect and the fact that the two players can kind of interact with each other, and, you know, depending on how you feel about that kind of thing, and, like, you know, two characters platforming and kind of having to get out of each other's ways, yeah, that can be a good or a bad thing, but you can play it alone as well. But, like, if that game did not have two players, I think I would be a lot more disappointed in it, just because it doesn't feel like it does enough different from Curse of the Moon 1. But, like, it being two-player definitely changes that experience in a way that I think is really valuable. So, I would definitely recommend if you're going to play Curse of the Moon 2, play it with two people. But, you know, I would say, you know, playing the first game is really good. The big thing is that, you know, depending on how you feel about spoilers with that game, I would recommend looking into how to get the different endings, because you really are going to play through that game probably around 3 times. And each of those playthroughs are pretty different. One of the playthroughs is more or less the same, but with like a bonus stage at the end. You know, it's a pretty short game, so you don't have to worry too much about it. One playthrough in particular plays like a Ninja Gaiden game with Castlevania mixed in. And it's really fascinating because, like, all the levels are all the same no matter the mode kind of thing. You can even do like the more like traditional Castlevania 8-bit mode kind of thing, right? In terms of like how the game plays and controls. And like all the stages just work that way. So I really can't recommend that game enough. It is my favorite like retro Castlevania in this kind of style. I mean, like, it is a Castlevania game, right? Even though it's Bloodstained. It is my favorite of that kind of style of Castlevania. It's the first one succeeds in so many different ways, and the second game definitely does too, but really just kind of relies on the gimmick of the multiplayer, in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, if you didn't like the first one, I don't think you'll feel that much better about Curse of the Moon 2, I will say. But yeah, I really adored that first game, so I like it way better than Ritual of the Night. I think Ritual of the Night was okay, but I had fundamental issues with Ritual of the Night in the first place, so I thought Ritual of the Night felt like a game that was just kind of rebuilding what they had lost by moving away from Konami, right? And so I just didn't think it was very good. Because it just kind of felt like it was retreading a lot of the same ground. There was a couple of interesting things. I wish, if I did another playthrough, I might have played with the guns as kind of my main weapon. But it was kind of like a little obtuse in a way that I wasn't a huge fan of, the gun part. I really focused on the kicking in that game, and that improved my experience with that game a lot, so. Oops. Oh, okay. I can just do triple axe, apparently. Nope, getting hit by that. Okay. Ow, I'm gonna fall. Okay, I didn't fall, but taking a lot of damage. Well, I'm at least winning out on health at the moment, but I don't have a lot of confidence that's gonna continue. Alright. Give me an orb. Give me an orb. Intercept. No. I caught on the way back up. I thought you were talking about the Ladybug game for a little second, and I was like, or for a second, I was about to say, oh, have you played the Ladybug game? I'm really, really curious how that game is. I haven't looked at any reviews of that, but I really should. So. I like any indie games that really focuses on movement, and that's kind of one of the nice things about Curse of the Moon 1 is that it's like, it is simultaneously like a love letter to old Castlevania, a sequel to like Dracula's Curse, and then also it's like, oh, so here's the weird Any Creates mode where you're Ninja Gaiden Belmont, right? Like it does so many different things really well, I feel like. So, but yeah, I definitely think that like there's a lot of good stuff going on with like Castlevania style games, but I'll be honest with you, I have not played many like other Metroidvania games. Like, I mean, this is kind of how I am as a person, but I kind of got like what I needed out of the Metroidvania games, and then for the most part, like I do think it's like, I think there are many games that probably have done a lot better job of that now. But like I kind of also am like, oh, I kind of got what I needed out of it. So I'm not saying if I played a game, there's a good chance I was like, what the heck is up with these soldier World War One? This game takes place in World War One, right? Or maybe Portrait of Ruin takes place in World War One. I don't remember. Not liking these guys. What was I saying? But yeah, I'm sure there's many that have like their own like unique gimmicks that would be good to check out. But at least with how I am now, I think I would need to like feed a greater purpose usually. I think that's part of why I don't play a lot of other Castlevania games at this point, is because I don't feel like I have much of a point to play a lot of them. I'm playing this today because it makes sense for me to play this today, but and it was kind of a good excuse to be like, finally play Bloodlines. I really just want to play Eric. I will probably play Jonathan Morris by myself at some point. Maybe on actual Halloween, I'll just play it or something. I don't know. I don't know when Halloween is. I think it's a Monday, so. But yeah, usually I need like a reason to play a game, and a lot of the Metroidvanias out there I don't really check out. But there are many that I'm sure are very good. Like, I still haven't played a Shantae game. I own a Shantae game. I have one on the Wii U digitally or something like that. But otherwise, I think the Wii U one might like be like a port of the DSi game or something like that. I don't know for sure. I don't appreciate you doing that to me, buddy. Anything here? No? I don't know if anything was there. What's going on down here? Okay, I see. I thought there was like a weird head down here that had like a spike on it. But no, it's just a man. Man with a skeleton body. Oh yeah, I mean, Gunvolt 1 was the thing that like, well, let me think. What was the timeline of this? Yeah, Gunvolt 1 was the Any Creates game that I played that was like, yeah, these guys are great. And it's unfortunate because I feel like the modern version of that game maybe kind of disincentivizes you from running because of the whole story stuff, which, you know, I'm not blaming them for putting the story stuff back in. It probably should never been taken out in the first place, but at the same time, I feel like I've talked to people who play Gunvolt 1 and they're like, man, this game is so slow. And I'm like, why is it so slow? And like, because I'm sitting here reading the story. I'm like, stop reading the story and just go. Just run. Be free. Because like the pacing is just all over the place. And that's a problem with all Gunvolt games, is like the dialogue mid-stage is just so poorly paced. So, and I think Ix did away with that. Although I think the newer games have dubs now, so maybe that solves it, because, you know, the problem with the US version, you gotta sit there and read it, right? What the heck what am I even in? It's like a engine or something? Guess I'll do this? Okay. But yeah, I love those games. I can die. I love those games. I haven't played X2 or Gunvolt 3 yet, though. I need to. That is on the list. So. Oh yeah, it's just like an overlay, but like you gotta kind of like, at least in Gunvolt 2, you gotta. I don't want to get too much into this. Like, it's a pacing issue where like if you go too fast, the dialogue. I died again. I'm not gonna take those deaths. If you go too fast, like the dialogue cuts off, and so like you have to stop and listen to it. Like, so a lot of boss fights, you know, you basically end up like just sitting there and killing time until the boss, like, you get all the dialogue, and then once all the dialogue's done, then you're like, okay, now I can kill the boss. At least that's the experience I had in those games. So it was always just really frustrating to deal with. But again, I haven't played any of the newer games other than the first X game is the last Gunvolt game I've played, so things may have changed since then, and they may have improved that. I think like Kid Icarus Uprising on 3DS is a game that does that very well. But most games, I feel like, I don't know, if you're thinking about it, usually, most of the time, I think that's probably a bad sign already, that you're thinking about, should I be walking into the zone line because the dialogue might cut off, kind of thing. I feel like that's usually, I just did this stupid thing again. Big old dummy. Big old dummy. Yeah, it's like if you ran too fast, like the dialogue would just cut off and go to the next scene and stuff like that. It drove me crazy, but you know, I play those games very, very fast. Like, some people, I mean, is it the right way to play that game? I don't know. There's always like the question, like Rodea the Sky Soldier on the Wii U. How I play that game, is that the right way to play it? I don't know, but it's the better way to play it, I think. And so like Gunvolt, like, to me, those games are like, never stop. Always run. You always want to be running or flying if you're coping, right? And if you're stopping, you're doing something wrong, kind of thing. Obviously, people can enjoy games in different ways, stuff like that too. But to me, those games are like non-stop movement games. I'd say, I would love it if I just thought for 1 second once I get there. So we will do that when I get there next time. We will stop. I'm going to stop talking in that scene, and we will just get past that part. The problem is, like, I don't think when I'm talking a lot of times, so it's just like I just go. But yeah, it just has a pacing issue, that stuff. But I love those games, so don't take that as me saying like those are bad games. I think everyone should play those games. Those games like make me think of Sonic the Hedgehog more than anything, honestly, which I think is kind of weird. Most people compare it to Mega Man, and I can kind of see why. I mean, obviously there's the lineage, right? But to me, they're more like speed games to me. So, and I think there's a lot of really smart things about how any creates handles speed as a whole, and I might do a video on that someday. All right, I'm gonna shut up. I way lucked out there. All right, thank God. Yeah. I think that, like, any creator as a whole just like does an amazing job of designing their characters around speed, and that's why, like, a big reason why I like Mighty Number 9 a lot. I think that's a big reason why Phantom Thief, Kaito Joker doesn't work nearly as well. I think that game would be a better game if you ran faster. Admittedly, that game is not designed around speed though, so. But I think that game would feel better to play if you could move faster. The Dragon Mark for Death games, those characters move pretty fast. Not all the characters are based around that speed, but you know, I think it was a good choice for them, because like if you read about the development of that game, like originally like only I think Empress could dash or something, or maybe a Shinobi or something. And thank God they changed that, because it makes the gameplay way better. I can't imagine playing through some of those other characters not be able to dash at all. So, like, you would move so slow through that environment. So, there's like a bunch of really interesting movement stuff in general in that game. Although they patched some of it out because it was not intended. So that's kind of the sad thing about it. So, Because like I was playing that game really late, and they were still patching it. And yeah, I basically could fly as Empress, which was not really what they intended for you to do. So at some point they got rid of your ability to fly as Empress. So rest in peace. Can I just go up here? All right, problem solved. All right, there we go. Up we go. Yeah, the scoring stuff in Gunvolt doesn't matter to me that much. I don't really care about the kudos stuff, but I know that's a big part of the game for a lot of other people. But I think that's like, the kudos is like a good thing to like I think I've read at some point that any creator is like, we want people to be able to beat Gunvolt games. We don't want them to necessarily have to be good at video games to do so, and that's something I can respect. And so they put in difficulty through, you know, grinding up kudos and stuff, right? And they give you a lot of reward based off that. You know, I believe exclusive songs and all that stuff. So there's a lot of reason to do it, especially if you're like a big Gunvolt fan, right? Like if you want to hear all those songs in game, that's important. Am I dead? Okay, thank God. I might be dead now. Let me try this. Okay. I would appreciate it if you did not hit my butt. Thank you. But yeah, those games are all great. I think my one problem with Gunvolt is that it is a franchise and they have to keep making Gunvolt in those games, and I'm good. I don't need Gunvolt in those games anymore. Like, I got what I needed out of Gunvolt in 1, and then even in 2, like, there were some benefits of it. What am I doing? There's some, oh, I see. There's some benefits of Gunvolt in 2 because there's some design stuff in 1 that definitely could have been cleaned up. But, like, I have no interest in playing Gunvolt in 3. Like, I just want to play what's-her-face. I forget her name. Oh, this guy just has his own whip. I'm gonna get hit by that. I'm dead. Where is it gonna drop me? This might not be too bad. I do kind of wish I could make multiple states, but... Is Gunvolt technically a mecha game? I don't know. Yeah, I've only played Mega Man 01, and I did enjoy it, but... Mega Man's one of those franchises where I really would like to spend more time playing those games, but the reality is that I probably will never get quite where I want to go. I mean, I really want to play Mega Man X7. That's kind of where I am at my life, and I probably should play the other Mega Man games, but... Oh, I forgot. It's this one. This is the bunch. Okay. Because I'm sure there's good things about them all. So, I've only played up to X3 so far. I really enjoyed X2 a lot, and I thought X3 was pretty good too. And then I've played through Mega Man... What are you gonna do? Okay. I played through Mega Man 1 through 3, and then 9 as well. So... and I've played 01 and Battle Network 1. I played Battle Network 1 as a kid, and I honestly... Oh, okay, that hurt me. That hurt me a lot, actually. We aren't gonna save right now. Okay. But yeah, I have like very, very little memory of Battle Network, so I don't really feel like I can speak confidently about it at all. So it's like in the Advanced Wars space in my brain. Like, I played through the majority of Advanced Wars. I never finished it, but honestly, I could not give you a real strong opinion on it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. We'll fight Frankenstein again. I do really like the noise of these things. I do not like what I just did there. I made remake. Yeah, I had a friend of mine who's a huge Mega Man fan. He played through X8 recently and did not like it at all. So I did not really ask him too much about it because it was in kind of a crowded situation. But I'll be curious to hear what he has to say about it. But I don't know enough about X8 really to say all that much anyway. So no, do not do that. To say all that much anyway. So. Yeah, I mean, I feel like most games of this era, they're generally pretty short as long as, you know, depending on how you approach them, right? I don't mind save stating through stuff. I think You know, I think realistically, I probably would rely a lot less on save states if I was not streaming this. But we're streaming this, so... so I'm gonna rely a little bit more on save states than usual. I usually use save states as like a, I don't want to have to replay this entire video game again. As long as the game has unlimited continues, I usually am okay not using save states. I'd rather just kind of learn it and just get through it kind of thing. But the fact this game has limited continues made me go, oh, maybe we should save state a lot. So yeah, that's kind of the joy of playing a lot of older games, I feel like, is that you can just kind of sit down and get through them. So that is a real benefit. And some Wii games are pretty short too. Okay, so he's gonna do that. He's gonna do his one whip. Then we're gonna go up here. I think, does he do this again or does he whip forward? I don't remember if it does that again. Okay. Probably safer to be right down here first and foremost. That. Punch. Punching? Nope, he's whipping. Oh boy. Alright, just go, go, go. This move looks cool, but it feels very useless. Yeah, Shinobi games. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that's not just a thing. I should have probably saved, but it's all right. I probably should at least try to figure out how to get past whatever this stupid thing is over here. Right. So this guy, I can't crawl. I can do this, but that just shoots me straight up. Can I hit it? Pretty sure I can't jump over that. Yeah. Now next. No Richter slide. I can jump through it. Oh, just walk in and duck. I'm stupid. Okay. Alright. We good. Yeah, the lack of a time limit. That's pretty nice. I sometimes wish, like, so there's like the how long to beat pages, right? And like, unfortunately for a lot of like games for girls, there's not a lot of information out there. I think I'd play a lot more games for girls if I knew how long they're gonna end up being. Usually they aren't that long, from my understanding, but like I just don't know sometimes, so. Kind of like in a it doesn't really solve my issue right now, but at least I didn't die. Kind of like in a weird in-between period of games right now as a whole, so been trying to explore some games I could play a little bit more after the Farland story saga. I'll take some time to play through this at the very least with Jonathan. Oh yeah, down, 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 I'm stupid. All right, punch. Punch. Ow. And then I think he does a whip. All right, no, he's doing the punch again. No, I'm doing even worse than before. Well, this is okay as long as I don't like walk directly into the spike. That is a good place to start, is not walking directly into this thing. One thing I thought about before the stream that I didn't think about is there's like a ghost that pops up every once in a while. I'm sure you guys have been seeing. I'm not looking at the screen, so I don't know if it's actually appearing, but it should be. Eric Lecarde is a ghost in Portrait of Ruins. It's like, I should have put a little cowboy hat on that ghost. Alright. We were looking at Casio Loopy stuff on the community stream over the weekend, and sometimes I'm like, I probably should look at those games, but also sometimes it's just you look at them and they're just like, you know, they're literally just like, hey, here's a game where you can make like a character portrait. That's about it. And it's like, do I really need to spend a bunch of money and time looking at these? But I feel like if there was somebody who's like really deep into games for girls, I would be happy like basically like getting all that stuff and then doing my thing with it and then going like, hey, do you want to check this out, just to like make sure like the perspective matches up, because obviously I'm coming from like a slightly different place than them, right? Usually like I'm coming in from more like, hey, game, I've got weird tastes already when it comes to games, and that would kind of informs what I want out of games for girls. And so I think I like have different, even though like I get along with people who like games for girls, I have different expectations of games usually. Not all the time, but most of the time I need a little more something out of a game. I don't want just to dress up kind of thing. So that's why I think like games like Love Nikki and stuff like that I have a hard time getting into, because it's mostly about like, hey, cute outfits kind of thing. And there's more there, like, but it's not like Style Savvy where there's like a business aspect on top of it or something like that. So but I think there is like value to other people's opinions outside of mine when it comes to games for girls specifically. So sick of these skeletons and their spike shit. Just boomerang them all. I don't want to deal with it. Get out of here. Okay, thank you. What about Style Savvy, Alvy? There are many other, like, I think games for girls that have, like, interesting things going on. But Style Savvy's kind of the big AAA franchise, so. I think for me, a Tokadol is still my favorite, but, you know, I guess was still my favorite. You can't play it really anymore, so. Are these enemies? Or these things I'm using to climb up? Or what's going on here? Okay, they're enemies. I was like, what the heck is happening? So am I going in? Okay, I'm just going to the right. Ear man? Alright. They really like playing with like segmented sprites in this game, don't they? Like, I feel like most of the bosses have been made up of a bunch of little sprites. What am I doing? Oh, I did hit him there. Maybe I can only hit him when he's spinning? Oh, I see. I don't really know what was happening there, but it seems like I can only hit him in certain phases. When he's not doing that, basically, I think, most of the time. Nope, alright. I'm not doing a particularly great. Oh no, I can't hit him here. Just got a tiny hitbox. Okay, I can just launch up there. Oh, turn around. Ah! Ah! Yeah, I feel like most of the bosses in this game are kind of Gunstar Hero-ish in some ways. Have people looked at that Dragon game on the GameCube from them? I've always been curious about that game. I still gotta play through Geist Crusher at some point. I only have the first one, not the second one. I haven't looked into it. Like the second one must have come out for a reason, right? Like, apparently that first game did well enough for them to make a follow-up kind of re-release Geist Crusher game. I don't know what the situation was with that. But I feel like that was like the last game Treasure really was involved with. I don't remember who like founded Treasure. Wasn't there like some... What the heck is that game? I can't remember for the life of me. I don't know Genesis stuff very well, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't get into Sega until the Dreamcast was already shutting down. So, I'm pretty sure the only reason I got a Dreamcast was because it was cheap. So, I'm kind of curious how my dad felt buying like a GameCube literally like the year after I got the Dreamcast. But I'm going to guess the Dreamcast did not cost him all that much, so... He got suckered into like one of those game store things though, like you're gonna have to spend like $600 to buy all this shit. So that was very nice of him to do that, but also you know, there's a lot of garbage, a lot of third-party controllers that lasted less than a year. Excuse me, I would really like to hurt you. That's what you say before a crime, probably. I don't really understand how this is working. The ball? Okay. I think it's the ball we gotta hit, and then maybe as the pieces are falling off, the ball gets lower, and that's why I was able to hit the ball relatively consistently before. I think we gotta... Yeah, because now I think it's like at... It was within reach now, so... I always think it's really interesting, like, people talk really highly of Konami, and, like, I was not involved with Konami, like, at all at the time, so... My Konami outside of the Castlevania franchise has been, like, modern-day Konami for the most part. It's like, yes, I'm gonna talk about whatever this garbage is. My Konami is mostly, like, Oreka Battle and Atoku Doll, so... They make some interesting stuff otherwise, so... I have not followed up on playing, Bomber Girl since it came to PC. I really should, but... If we make it through without taking any damage, I'll make a save point at the end of this little thing just to save some time. Gun Gauge was great. I was listening to the Gun Gauge soundtrack the other day, and I was like, oh boy. I still gotta play through the hard mode of Gun Gauge, which, when we kind of shift gears with the stream, I think that might be something that's on the list of things to do, is play hard mode Gun Gauge. So, when we make the more flexible stream. Let me hit your tummy. Tummy smacker. Smack it, tummy. I've been needing to do that for a long time, so. Can I do this? Okay, so like, I hope that works out. Okay, duck, 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 duck. Oh, God. I mean, it's going okay. Oh, God. I forget what he does here. He does something undesirable. Oh, come on. Really? You better fucking be dead. Okay. Buster's Hidden Treasure. I don't think I know what that is. I do want to play the Getsufumiden games at some point. And the, what's it called? The YY Konami World games, I think on Famicom. Those seem cool. I think I would play those games if I was more involved in the NES and stuff. My NES, unfortunately, is not in great condition. So I either need to do something with it, or I need to find a different way to play those games. I mean, it looks nice. It's just the pins on the inside. Gotta replace them. Replace them pins. How am I saving this? I don't need to see this. Oh, I forgot Rao was down there. Just look at her little eyes sticking up. Yeah. Goemon games. I should play Goemon on the 64 at some point, but at this point I just get a flash cart probably, so... Whenever I make the EverDrive plunge. I feel like, though, that I'm distracted enough that those kind of flash carts and EverDrive things just kind of never make sense for me. Although I would love to play Full Metal Alchemist Rondo of Blood, or whatever it's called. Not Rondo of Blood. Stray Rondo for the Game Boy Advance. I'm still really interested in that game, and that has a fan translation. What is happening here? Okay. Just stab him? Okay. I mean, I guess that's everything else in this game, right? Just stab it. I guess I should save. You gonna do that? Okay. Didn't work out quite how I wanted it to, but fine. Can I diagonal from here? No. That's kind of the problem with me with most, like, the fact that I don't have, like, any real 16-bit or 8-bit systems hanging around usually is because, like, like, I don't really have a need to go after them usually, so they're kind of already low on the totem pole of things to do, so. I don't know what that explosion was, but I hit it. What? I was like, is this thing floating? But no, we're in the water. I'm gonna take that damage. I'm gonna take that damage too. The parallax scrolling or whatever it's called on this grass is weird. I mean, it's in the foreground, so oh my god. I like this guy though. Interesting enemy. Weird, like, wiggling grasshopper or praying mantis hook thing or something. I don't know. I'm dead. Oh, now I'm confused. Okay, so this... Oh, it does do damage to me, just it's very, very slight. Oh, I forgot about that. I accidentally hit that last time, so... Alright, come back through here. Dang it. That didn't go very well for me. I really like to play through like Star Fox games still. Those are like all really short games. as well. Speaking of older short games, so I got the Super Nintendo Mini for Star Fox 2, and just never played it. So, well, I also got it for Star Fox actually because I had never played through the original Star Fox as well. So, and I did play through that on stream, but I got scared of streaming those games because it was it's hard to talk while you do that. I mean, admittedly, I'm having a little bit of trouble with this game too. It is like, especially a game like that's automatically moving forward at its own pace. It's like especially hard to like actually talk while you're playing. So, I did see that like Restream has like a what hit me? I don't even know what smacked me. Restream has like a text-to-speech thing, and that I might mess with at some point. Okay. So does he only move if I hit him, or does he just start moving whenever he feels like it? Okay, whenever he feels like it. I think the goal is just to activate him and then just stand out of range after that. The Exploration Showcase. I don't know what that is. This hallway, man. Having an adventure going through here. Made it through, but at what cost? Probably not gonna save because I don't really... I think we can do that hallway better, so... Unless we find some, like, big old health piece or something. Whoa, you need to die quicker than that. Preferably. Nope, no, thank you. Rip. The end-all, be-all of 3D shooters? Does anyone call it the end-all, be-all of 3D shooters? I'll be honest with you, I do not care for the original Panzer Dragoon very much. I like Panzer Dragoon Orta a lot, and the first game I could live without. I mean, I love the song, the first song. I forget what it's called, but that... Like something, Fly or something? First Flight, maybe? But like, the rest of that game I could really do without. Got a great style, I will say, so... I have not played Zwei, though, so at some point you play that. I think they're doing, like, a remake of it, if I recall correctly. But, you know how that stuff goes. We'll see if it ever happens. May end up actually getting, like, a Saturn with, like, some ODE thing before that happens, so... Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't remember hearing about that, but I was really honed in on the Ocarina of Time stuff, so... Because that's the stuff I've been following for years, so... Alright. Okay, so he just, like, shoots garbage out of his face sometimes. This... I already hate everything that's happening. Alright, I'll live with it. And this, I think I just need to live... I can do this, actually. Orta's amazing. Orta is a amazing video game. I like Orta better than any Star Fox game I've ever played, so... So yeah, I definitely... I mean, I was maybe spoiled by the fact that Orta was so good, but, original Panzer Dragoon, I think just, like... I feel like the original Panzer Dragoon just has style going for it, and then like when it came out, it had the fact that it was running at like 20 frames per second, and people were like, "Oh, cool, your video game runs consistently." So, but you know, maybe I'm not giving that series enough credit. So, I feel like in my mind, the Saturn like is dangerously close to the PC Engine of me being very dismissive of it, so like I shouldn't be as dismissive as I am, but I'm like, PC Engine, blah, blah, blah. Admittedly, I have like a different reason to be bitter about the PC Engine, so not that I'm like really bitter about it, but it is a lot of people tell me I should go buy games for the PC Engine. I'm like, I'm good. I got Private Idol. Go Birdie Golf is way too expensive, unfortunately, so I'll never own that. But, you know, I probably would enjoy some games on there, though. But probably not going to happen in my lifetime. I will probably die before any of that. So I hope they have PC Engine in heaven, because probably not happening. Sin and Punishment's great, the original one. I haven't played the sequel still. That was on my list of maybes as well. I just kind of like trying to stick towards shorter games right now is the big thing. I'm gonna save right here because I have full HP. Space Harrier's great as well. I haven't played the new thing. I forget what it's called. The Yu Suzuki thing. This is going great already. I can live with that. I can live with accidentally. What's going on up here? I don't like what's happening down here. What's up here? Nothing? Just a platform? All right. I'm not a fan of the special hell that is the blood fountain and crazy swingmans. Go. Just go. This place just sucks right here. You're like pinned between two really shitty spots. Oh, let me think about... I'm gonna hold on to this explosive thing, I think is what's gonna happen. And we're gonna try to just blow that screen out, I think is what's gonna happen. So I need to make sure I do not pick up the boomerang. You're gonna go up here. I don't know if that's the boomerang, so I'm not gonna touch it. I got holy water on accident somewhere. Alright, well, then I'm already fucking this up. Alright. Thank you, frame rate. Alright, we'll try that again. Try not to get the holy water. I don't know how I got the holy water, but I'm sure it's one of these things. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Mr. T. Just stabbed him. Oh, well, now I don't have it. Okay, well, I don't know if I just have it for a limited time or if I grabbed that somehow or what, but it's gone now. So. Because I have it right now. Oh, I think I only have it until I get hit, basically. Okay. There we go. just gonna take care of this. Had a good run there, so just do it. Yeah, I don't know where this, like, thing comes from, but I assume it drops from a candle somewhere. Walked right into that. Walked right into that. Gonna not do that again. I've already lost my patience with this part of the stage, so just gonna cheese through this real quick. Okay. Just it. I'll keep the holy water. Excuse me, sir. Please, thank you. Clear. Only one more level? Okay. Cool. That timing is working out good on that. Oh boy. Power of save states. Efficient gameplay. That's right. What the heck is this guy doing? It's a long hallway. Murder. I kind of wish you could turn when you're crouched. I kind of sometimes find I'm trying to turn around to stab backwards, but you can't, like, do it. You have to, like, stop, then turn. I assume because of the charge, basically. Maybe, I don't know. I guess I'll find out with Jonathan, because I don't think he has, like, ground charge, right? So. Hey! 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 Thank you. Boomerang actually might not be bad for the bone pillars, but it's too late. Please. The gut stab. There you go. All right, let me out. Let me out. Barely straight by. This looks like it's probably a boss fight. Or just lasers. Halloween night on Saturday? Are we doing a Halloween movie on Saturday? Yeah, I think so. I forget what we're watching, but I know we're doing something, so. Yeah, I think we're doing something this Saturday and then next Saturday, and then I'm out of town again the weekend after that. And then the weekend after that, I'm at the convention. So I'll probably be practicing on the panel and stuff I have to do. So I still got to finish the second panel. That's not done yet. The collecting or buying games, retro games on a budget thing, that's like the repurposing of that one video, that is that has basically come along. I just got comboed there really bad. So that's pretty much done. I thought it was going to go way easier than it did, but no, it went terribly for a while. But I think it ultimately resulted in a better presentation, because the initial version of it was basically just the video, but maybe just like, you know, I talk about it a little more casually. But this time around, I changed some of the language and some of the things in there and added and clarified some points, I think. So I think if you have watched that video, it'll be worth watching still. But it will generally cover the same points for the most part. And maybe go in a little more detail of certain things and different approaches to those particular things. So okay, I think this is the asshole here, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Trying to jump and stab down, thank you. Yeah, we do like community nights, Alvi, if you didn't know, so on the Discord server. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. All right, let's see. Cheat our way. Get us out of the nightmare hallway. Yeah, we got that. I don't think I can do much about that guy there. That guy sucks. So let's try this. Nope. How about this? This? Got that one. I don't think this guy comes down low enough for me to reach. Oh, he does. Okay. There's the guy there. I might be able to make this work. I didn't even see that guy there. Got him. All right. Thank God. Water? Okay. No Fleaman. No Fleaman. No Fleaman. It's like my favorite, or my least favorite type of room in any Castlevania game is the RPs dropping the Fleaman rooms. It wasn't quite what I wanted to do, but right. Alright, we're out. Yeah, we sometimes don't end up doing whatever we're gonna say we're gonna do because we just talk the whole time. But most of the time we do stuff. Sometimes we sacrifice that for the sake of just, you know, Having a good time. I'm digging how these stairs are working. Hopefully I don't get murdered here at some point. This is maybe going a little too fast for my liking now. I got on the wrong side of the staircase. Ooh boy, ooh boy. That wasn't quite how I wanted that to go, but so it goes. Get that bonus point. Wait. What's happening? Is this the bottom of the room? Was I not supposed to come down here? Is this because I went up in that laser room instead? Boy, getting punished. Oop. Let's just do this kind of thing. I'm probably not gonna survive this, but in case we end up back down to here again, just kind of learn. Yeah, I think we were not supposed to go down there. But yeah, when I play through this with Jonathan, I think I'll probably be a lot more conservative with like save states and stuff. Oh gosh. I think that's generally how I prefer to play these games anyways, if I can, so. Especially a Castlevania game. I'm hating this room already. Yeah, it's also on the website, so if you want to join the website, it has a section at the top there that says Discord, so. There's links on the YouTube channel as well, and I believe in the description for the video, too. There's also like a link tree that has it on there, too. I'm surprised I did not get hit by that. That's kind of a miracle. That I'm gonna get hit by. See you later. I'm out. Alright, Flea Man room. Holy water's actually pretty good for Flea Man. Alright. So I think I'm just jumping across here. Maybe? I don't even know. We'll go across first, but... Together forever. Harpy and the Flea Man. Nope. I want to come in here first, just in case. Alright, so I think I just need to only go down a certain number of steps. Which means staying on the right side so I can control my descent at the very least. There we go. Too bad. After that mess, I just kind of want to go. Okay. All right, I'll try not to save state nearly as much from this point on as I save state again. It's just that whole segment was just not going so well for me. Hammerman. Harpy and Flea Man being a band name, yeah. Alright, Wheelman. What is his arm doing? Oh, Gatling gun. Okay. Truly the inspiration for Castlevania 64. Oh, okay. Thanks. Am I hitting the pole? Is that what's happening here? Or am I hitting the energy? Oh yeah, I think I'm hitting the pole is what's happening. Okay. I feel like there's probably a ton of bands out there that are Castlevania tribute bands. Music is a big enough part of the Castlevania franchise, so somebody out there is just doing Castlevania covers all day. Oh my gosh, oh man. I don't really know the best way to handle these energy things coming out. Not getting hit by them, I'm sure, is a great start. Maybe I should do the spinny spin? Like, do this thing on them? I don't feel like the spinny spin's been very useful for many things, but it looks cool. It looks like it should hit a lot of things at once, so hopefully my assumption is right. I just realized this guy's hair isn't blonde, it's like blue. Alright, Gatling gun man. Like this. I don't think that... I don't know. It looks like it kind of works, but maybe isn't reliable enough, because, like, yeah, situations like that where they get through. Probably just jump. I didn't pay attention. Like, is the screen going dark, like, entirely when that's happening? I wonder if that's, like, a anti-seizure thing that they added in later. Because it only seems to happen when he's, like, doing his flashing animation, so... Die? Die? Thank you. Just need to be really slow with these two. As long as I'm patient, it should work out. I wish I could stab while jumping in the air, like stab upward. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of health, it's just a matter of staying alive. I'm not gonna make it though. I'm almost certain I'm not gonna make it. Yeah. Ah. Start that over again real quick. I remember the last time we played this collection, it was Kid Dracula, and I remember the last stage of that game giving me a lot of trouble too. Then, I wonder if that was a Halloween game or if I just was streaming that to the sake of streaming it. So, I wasn't a huge fan of that game. It feels kind of like a low-rent Mega Man to me. So, it was in the original version too. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering because like I couldn't tell. I thought maybe the top part of the screen wasn't going dark, which I think is the case. I don't know if they'd be able to like only darken parts of the screen for that. So if they're doing it after the fact, kind of thing, right? Maybe do something like this, where I'm like stabbing away from them. Might just try to see if I can trust the boomerangs to intercept them. I feel like I need the boomerangs for this part, though. Still didn't quite work out. Still not working out how I wanted to. There we go. Got it. Okay. This guy is pretty easy usually. There we go. That was a good run there. We'll save that. Been through that room enough times that I've basically figured it out, so. Backward stab on that. I mean, I don't feel like they hit them nearly enough to really do. Maybe something like that at the start. Yeah, maybe like intercept them with the boomerangs at the start, like when they're spawning. Oh, it shot down at me, I forgot. Yay! Orb me up. No orb. More sage. Wall me at the very least, maybe? Feeling generous? Looks like a walk to a final boss room. But right. Did it once. Oh god. Stop it. It's not going well for me. What time is it? All right. Oh, it's bad. I didn't take any damage. That's something at least. It's not taking any damage so far. Ah! Tap. Can you shoot down this time? No. Not gonna break it. Bam! There we go. Whew. Finally. A decent run. We got a boomerang right now. I think the axe will probably be best on this boss. Like the little urns here, they kind of look like they have little dog faces on them to me. Oh, oh. That makes sense, given there's a good in the back. Almost there. Butterflies, oh no! Ah, butterflies! Hurry up. Okay. Ow! Ow, dang it. Come at me. Get over here. Get over here. There we go. Or me. Can I catch it this time? Ah. Not quite, unfortunately. Surely there's no like beeping noise when you refill your health at the end. Final stage, all right. Good. Let me drop that there. I got my password just in case. We'll get rid of Rao. Rao, you've spent enough time peeking over us. Rao hasn't played Bloodlines yet, so he can't have it spoiled for himself. Can't watch the last stage. Stage 6. It's interesting it's called Quick Save, which makes me wonder if there's an actual save somewhere. I thought I was like sitting down initially because of the how high the bridge was to my shoulders. Did I get hit by something? Oh yeah, something's... Oh, the Medusa heads are shooting stuff at me. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen Medusa heads shoot stuff before. I don't know what to do about this, actually. I think I definitely just hit it. Oh, it's splitting. This is a cool look. There, up in there. I think we just need to jump to the right. Oh God. I'm gonna die. Oh God. I cannot figure out where these Medusa heads are. All right, okay, the platform is right there. Just walked right off that edge. It's the best and worst game. Yeah. Seems like it's interesting. God. So far, like, you know, there's some weird enemy designs in this game. It's definitely, like, probably the most different in terms of enemy variety. But largely, this feels like pretty Castlevania. But I mean, like, I think, given what was coming out at the time in Castlevania, this was, like, really different, probably. So, gosh dang it. And just the fact that Medusa heads are shooting giant floating balls at me is already kind of messing with me a little bit. I'm just like, oh, I don't expect him to do that. So, I definitely feel like something like this right here feels a lot more impactful than, like, say, the Mode 7 mode in Super Castlevania 4 or something like that. Nope. Here? Nope. Here. But yeah, the Medusa heads here particularly, I'm having trouble keeping track of. I have no idea if that's even gonna hit me or not. Okay. So where's the next platform even? Okay, it's right here. And there's a staircase above me. Okay. Oh boy, alright, good. No! I pressed down and it made me crouch there for a second. Already community review of this game? I guess we could. I didn't think about that, but I'd be up for that. Usually for the one night games, I don't set that up, but I have it set up because of Nappletail, so it probably would be pretty straightforward to just switch out the Nappletail stuff real quick. Oh my gosh. I don't know how much I have to say about this game, though, to be honest with you. I think that's, like, part of the reason why I haven't played that many Castlevania games in recent years. Like, I don't feel like I have a lot to say about most of these, probably. It's a good one of those, that's for sure. I don't dislike it. It's not like Super Mario Bros. 3, where, like, I actively dislike playing Super Mario Bros. 3, so... I can say that about it, at the very least. Oh, there's a one-up. Ooh, how's this? Oh boy. This room really does mess with you. I mean, it's pretty simple, but yeah, it is just like hard to keep track of where things are. There we go. Escape. A 5-star game to you. I think of what I would do with this game. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with this game. I think visually it maybe doesn't hold up to other Castlevania games around this era, I feel like. Feels a little stiff. But, I'm also not, like, too familiar with what the Genesis can even do, so this might be good for the Genesis. I do like stage gimmicks like this, though. It's definitely my favorite stage so far. Let me see where this drops me. Alright, I think we're just gonna go back. It's gonna drop me in that room. I might as well just do that part again. Testing. We'll just save there. Get that part out of the way. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like... I did do that ranking of Castlevania games a while ago. I don't remember what that list looks like at all, though. I don't know where I'd put a game like this. Like, in the context of other Castlevania games, I guess would be the thing, right? I think it's definitely in, like, Super Castlevania 4 territory. I think Super Castlevania 4 has good intentions, but it does not work out in its favor, unfortunately. Like, I feel like that game has a lot of problems in general, but this game does not really. So I guess it's better than that, at the very least. But if I feel like it's like Super Castlevania 4 territory, I'm trying to think of like what other games are like within that territory for me. I forget which one I put. Was it Lords of Shadow 2? Probably. It's probably Lords of Shadow 2. I really enjoy what Lords of Shadow 2 did. I do remember there being issues with some of the gameplay stuff, though. But, like, I think the setting is just really cool. And the story was really cool as well. Especially with, like, how Lords of Shadow 1 was when it came to story. Just, like, that game really brought that game back up to a level that I needed to be at for Castlevania storytelling, so I do have a lot of respect for that game. I do remember, like, I think the biggest problem I had with that game is that it takes all your abilities from Lords of Shadow 1 away, so you kind of just have to build back up from the bottom. I would have preferred, you know, because you do have to have that thing of, like, the part where Samus, like, loses all our armor, weapons, stuff at the beginning of the game, right? You do kind of have to have that moment, but I think the better way to do that is to give him different moves. Like, he's Dracula now. Don't make him just have, like, blood whips. Like, give him something cool. I don't know. Make his moveset different. I think that's important. And, like, he does have different moves in some instances, but, like, ultimately, he just kind of had, like, blood whips or something like that, if I recall correctly. It's been a very long time since I played that game, though. Yeah, I'm not surprised I put it that high on that list. That sounds like something I would put high on a list, to be honest with you, so... I think Castlevania 64 would go really high up there, too. Area of Sorrow, I think, goes really high up there, probably. The only problem with Area of Sorrow is that it is that Game Boy Advance presentation when it comes to, like, quality, so... Death? Yeah, I figured. For a second, like, my mind read these cards as, like, iPhone or iPhones. It's like, yes, Death's iPhone. This is not going so well for me so far. I can definitely just, like, throw axes at him, but... Okay. We will save here. Yeah. That's probably the games I think would be on the top of my list there. Is Area of Sorrow. If I put Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 on that list, absolutely. Or Curse of the Moon 1. Absolutely, that game would be up there. So... but yeah, I guess we were talking about this game specifically, right? I wish I just had that on hand so I could look at it. I could definitely pull up the podcast, so. Oh, no, upper level. Oh, no, we do have upper level platforms. think I definitely put this around like the Dracula X space, like the PSP one. That seems like a reasonable place for a game like this to go. Like, I don't think it does anything too crazy. It's got a different, like, kind of a strange presentation compared to the other Castlevania games. Or, like, I don't think it, like, does a ton that different. The enemy variety is maybe the one thing I'd really give it credit for. So I think, like, that game is probably, like, a good place to stick a game like this around Dracula X for the PSP. I like Donna Sorrow's, like, presentation a lot, so. I need to replay, what's it called? Lament of Innocence, because that game has, like, a sub-weapon system similar to, like, Harmony of, Dissonance. I probably need to replay Harmony of Dissonance at some point, too, but... So I really don't think I did all that much with the sub-weapon system in Harmony of Dissonance, unfortunately. Whip. All right. I wonder if we're gonna get any heals or if this is just one life bar the whole way through. Frankenstein? Oh no, this guy. Walked right into his beat. But yeah, I think this is a good Castlevania game for sure. All right, I guess the question is does the card save between lives or does it reset the entire card? I don't know. If it doesn't save, we will just load our save. But if it does save, we will continue. That looks like all the cards are there. Everybody's here. All right. Just be good. Strategy, be good. Oh, be good. Axe. But yeah, I look forward to playing through this with Jonathan Morris off stream because honestly, I do think I don't enjoy games on stream as much as I would playing them by myself sometimes. Like, I feel like Nappletail is a game I would enjoy a lot more on my own than I would on stream. So. Okay, what's that? Jump, then I need to see jump across, or no? No! Ah! One hit, please. Thank you. Be good. Don't be bad. Bad is not good. Good is good. There's like girders in the background there. Okay, it's gonna do something. I didn't do a particularly good job of dodging that. Oh, you can pick which one you do. Okay. I wonder if that's a heal there? I think we're good right now. Like a lady. Heal or a boss, I can't remember. One or the other. We'll assume it's a heal for now until proven otherwise. The rotating stage thing here is pretty cool too. What are you gonna do? Hail with me. Not doing a particularly good job against him this time. I was like, this is going to be fairly straightforward, as was what I was thinking. And, ooh, I almost jumped right off the ledge there. Now I am jumping right into the rocks. Now I'm dead. Now I'm very dead. That was my own fault. That was a great example of no good. Only bad there. Where's my, like, secret room, like, in all the other Castlevanias? Alright. Give me the Gunstar Hero thing again. I probably should just do the nukes first, but I don't know. They're not that hard to dodge, so it's probably a good fight to start on, though. Go! Down, tail swipe, tail swipe. Close. Oh, all right. Wasted my last axe, but it's fine. I'm sure it wouldn't have done me much good anyways. That wasn't bad. Okay. Get shot. Bam. Okay. Shot. We're pretty much at full health, so most of these fights shouldn't be too bad. I can do this guy. Forget which one this is. Okay, this guy is pretty straightforward. I probably should have done the other guy first. I think if we die again, we'll go after the pole man first, because I feel like he's the one I have the most trouble with. So it'd probably be better to get him out of the way first and foremost. Because for the most part, this guy I more or less have figured out. Am I great at it? No, but I can get through him without too much trouble for the most part. The bat's okay. He's definitely the next highest priority on that ladder. Alright, I'm just gonna let you do your little dance there. Why can't I walk left there? That's really weird. Oh, because the platform's in the way. Well, that went great. Got myself stuck in the corner there for a little bit. Does he automatically switch sides that he's facing when you do the jump? I wonder if I can hit these with the, no. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just, see if that's a heal. Alright, that's a heal. Lots of meat. That's good to know. And if we die, we'll come back and fight this guy, first. I don't have any axes, so this is gonna be all spear. Just Eric and his lance that he got from Alucard or something. I did not read the opening screen for this game, like, at all. So, most of what I know about this game comes from, like, Portrait of Ruin and, Castlevania Judgment. So... Remember Eric being cocky in Castlevania Judgment? And Alucard being like, why are you so cocky? That's my spear. You don't deserve to use that spear. Prove you're worth to use that spear or something like that. I don't know what it's exactly. If you are into Castlevania lore, Castlevania Judgment is a good video game for that. That's for sure. There we go. All right, then I assume we just fight death now. This seems very doable now. I only took like half a bar of health on that one, so as long as I don't do terrible against him next time. Okay, let's say you better not show me some more cards. Death himself. Not really sure if he's hard yet or not. Oh, okay. He seems like not that particularly strong, so it's just like a matter of knowing exactly what he's doing. Go for it again. Ganbare. Alright. Alright, we'll try to hit the pole man first, because I think he's going to be the most important. That's okay. Pole man, Batman, and then we'll judge how much health we need after that. I feel like this game I've definitely like felt like a backslide would be nice. It's a way to like hop out of this little. Well, he's not throwing rocks down really at the moment, which is kind of weird. Oh god, there he is. Now. That was my bad. Ah, sting it. Keep touching his toes. What's happening? Am I taking damage from that? I can't tell. It might just be going up. That wasn't terrible. I think I'm just gonna go straight into the bat fight. I don't know if I'll survive it though. We'll see. I feel like the pole and bat are the ones I'm just like the worst at dodging damage for. Or I have a hard time reading them, I guess. Maybe it's the bigger thing. His whip. That thing. Oh, okay. I didn't know you could interrupt that. Whip. I don't know how I stopped that from happening last time. Oh, that's right. Roddy comes down after that. Oh, really? Really? Alright, that wasn't too bad. I'll take the heal, though. But I don't think the gear guy should do a lot of damage to us. Although I've been, like, cornered by him enough times that I wouldn't be surprised if I die to him, but... More meat! More meat! Gear man. Down. Down. Up. Okay, that worked out surprisingly okay. Oh boy, I didn't want to get hit by that. Okay, left. Right. Boy, is that? Yeah. I think that's gonna work out for me, unfortunately, but yeah. All right, just stab. That wasn't terrible, but I definitely felt like at the end there I could have ended it earlier if I just took the damage and hit him. So. Smack. Smack. Twice. Smack. Smack. Throw? Okay. Oh god, I didn't realize. I mean, it makes sense he summoned those, I just didn't see them really. Okay, throw your scythe thing. Ah. I like that he's like grabbing his head. It's like... Health would be nice. Got 2 lives left, so we can definitely do the save state game. Hello, lady. Oh, sorry, not lady. Fire Medusa? I don't know what this seems supposed to be. In the toes. No save yet. All right. We'll save now. Now that we have full health again. I don't want to keep trying to grind that fight out with only half an HP bar, so. I don't think I can hit her until she transforms. I'm trying to remember what this first thing's like. Okay. That worked out well for me. That's right, the tail. Tail waggle and the little fist punch are the things that are gonna be the most dangerous, probably. Surprised I read that again pretty well. Is this the tail wag? Yeah. Oh. Alright, that went pretty quick. Phase 2? Question mark? Yep. Alright, cannot hit those like the ones that I did with Medusa earlier. And that's going together in the center to do what? Spawn things. And I did. Not really sure what to do during that phase yet. I guess I could just like get closer and just start wailing on her kind of thing, but I think this should be okay right here. Nope, needs to be a little bit further back. Oh, a little too soon. Then he's gonna do his punchies. Oh, the tail wag. I mean, this first phase is just really like it's all just repeat, and there's pretty much the same save spots every time. So. This next one. What do I need to do here? She's gonna do there. She's gonna do her little beads. I don't think I can kill these. I don't think they even hurt me. I can hit her when she's doing that, though. That wasn't too bad. What are you doing? Where are you going? Over here? I almost got hit in the back head with that. Oh, all right. It's like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Sword. Oops. Well, that. I don't know if her health is going down when I hit her or not. Die, die, die. And a little further back. No, turn around. There we go. Jump, jump. And then he's gonna punch me. Nice. Oh, that was close. I almost walked right into that. Oh, man. Perfected the first phase. Some of those punches got a little too close for comfort, I will say. But... okay, let her do her thing there. Right. Yeah, it's not like taking her bar down at all. Oh, I see. So it deletes the orbs. You have to hit her the number of times there are orbs on screen, basically. Oh, that's probably not going to go so well for me. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to get these ones in time. I guess as long as there's less orbs, probably, right? All right, doing okay. And 30 billion swords. It's like left every time, baby. Yep, all left. Can I poke your toes yet? I recognize this one. Are you actually going to do anything? Am I in a loop here? Do I need to be doing something else in addition to what I'm doing? I don't know what else I would be doing. I just kind of... okay, she is losing her health. Okay. I just couldn't really tell. Too concentrated to see the health bar. Oh, feel like it's just like 2 or 3 too many phases of the same thing. I do like it, but I feel like I kind of get the point, so now it just kind of feels tedious now. Is her dress gonna follow me? Is it my dress now? Eric, it's time. I mean, he kind of has a little skirt thing going on already. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ready? Alright, well, sure, why not? We're at full health. I will say, at some point, I've heard like enough Castlevania music just like from afar that I don't know which songs are like, wow. I don't know which songs are like from what games anymore. Like, I'm like, I have no idea if any Bloodlines music here is original, if it's all remixes or what. It's just all a mess in my head now. I do know that one Castlevania 64 song is in Circle of the Moon. The dun 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 dun. That's the entire song over and over and over again, basically. Is it Dracula? Is he the one? Oh, Super Castlevania 4 has like an ambient soundtrack though, doesn't it? It's like, I feel like that's like one of the only songs in the game is like the last song. Most of it's just like very chill. Oh gosh. Dracula's got some hair going on there. I'm guessing I shouldn't be right on top of him, but if you do hit him soon enough, it seems like he kind of just stops doing what he's gonna do, but you have to hit him like immediately. I already know this is not his only form. Yeah, maybe I should back off. Just try to read to see what I'm supposed to do here. Oops, that didn't work out for me. Oh, that was bad. Oh, I stabbed the fire. Oh, that's interesting. Turn into death? I also feel like there's like enough weird Castlevania lore that like I don't know when Dracula's actually Dracula in a lot of these games. This Malice, Harry's husband. Alright, mouth crotch man. I mean, this is a lot of like death imagery, it feels like. I am going to duck and hope I dodge these because I can't figure out where the actual like angles are. I'm not doing a particularly great job at this though. Okay, new thing. Did not work out for me. Assisted living Dracula, yeah. We'll try boomerang. I'll dodge the holy water. I don't feel like holy waters do me too many favors there, so. This is axe, I'm pretty sure. Money. Money? Okay. Alright, well I should be able to save some health at the beginning of this fight. Assuming I can actually dodge things properly. Like that. Dodge it into my face. I was pretty sure I could hit that. I wasn't sure if it went away last time because the boss died or if I could actually smack it. So it seems like when he, like, it probably just makes sense to kind of go in as soon as possible in most cases. Because if I hit the spinning thing, I'm gonna hit it and it's gonna blow up. But all the other ones seem to be low attacks, and so as long as I'm jumping, it seems like I'm gonna go above it for the most part. Oh, that one actually shot up. Never mind. Yeah, that move is like the one that doesn't really work with that. Oh yeah, he's shooting fire out of his crotch. I didn't think about that. Alright, Death is back. My cat is like, please feed me. Okay, he's dead. It seems like just ducking kind of was fine on this part. I'm sure I am possibly in the line of sight of it, but I think it's a good bet at the very least to just kind of duck down. Ow! Got me. What a beautiful night sky in the background. One of those situations where I'd be curious like how this looks on a CRT with all the like shapes and stuff. Because right now it's just like a bunch of plus some sign squares and dots, so. I think I walked into one accident. Alright, what you doing? Out of boot. Bone Man. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is not good. I got clawed with his foot. I think it was a good move to use the boomerangs on the fire part, though. Getting in to stab him when you're like trying to dodge the fire, I think is still a little too much. Would the axe be better? Let's take the axe and see how that goes. I don't know if it will be, but I think Holy Water's maybe the one thing I don't think was going to be good. Hey, Joseph, it's going all right. Trying to defeat Rakul. So it's going okay. Taking a little longer than expected, but nothing too bad, so. Oh, God. I just missed his face. How you doing, Joseph? I feel like the just go for it and jump was the better strat, even if it like doesn't work 100% of the time. Because at least like I will get a strike on the both the attack and him in one go. So the only one really that's the problem is the bottom flames if they shoot upward. That didn't go too bad. Maybe if I just keep a distance too, it will be fine. Nope. Nope. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Wait. Holding out for you, yeah. Yeah, just delaying. I mostly did okay. I mean, I am using save states, so I think if I were just playing this game normally, the lack of unlimited continues would probably bother me. But other than one stage that I got kind of frustrated with, I feel like kind of just made it through the game. But I think it'll definitely be in terms of like not like sitting there and save stating through like a section or something like that. It's almost always just like a checkpoint that I kind of set up. So, oh yeah, duck. I don't think it's gonna go, but, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll play perfectly from here on out. Nope, got hit by that time. I don't like it when he goes over my head like that. For him not to do that. Okay, there's the plane. Plane mode doesn't seem too bad. Maybe I should save whatever I have for the bone mode. Dang it. I have a hard time, like, jumping backwards and attacking. I feel like a lot of times I end up going, like, following through with a full jump towards them kind of thing. A little extra beef here before we go up there. It's weird that they start you, like, the room afterwards. But there's only, like, 5 candles there, so... I think the boomerangs are still my favorite thing to use in that fight, so stick with that. I think I'll save the boomerangs to the last phase. It's windy up here. The wind faces the direction of Eric Lecarde always. He determines the wind, always to his back. Ah! No, dang it! Need to jump a little earlier. I think I need to jump before I even see him, honestly. Right. Nope. Too soon. That worked out there, but still was too soon. Maybe, like, right as I see him. Oh, God! Yeah, I think right as I see him is what it is. No waiting, just go. Nope. Too soon. Stab his toes. Oh, sorry. He doesn't have toes. Ow! I shouldn't have done that. One more. All right. It seems very doable, I will say, so. Like, for the most part, other than this, like, spooky scythes part, and not really knowing what to do about the bones. It all seems very manageable. Assuming this is the last form. I guess I don't know for sure, but... Oh, God. I was not paying attention. Dang it. I didn't do it again. Don't land on me. He's just, like, getting taller every time you hit him, basically. Bone time? This looks like bone time to me. Oh, boy. Alright. Boomerang's not gonna be enough. They really like stretching his body up and down. Another fight. Oh, orb. Can I actually catch it this time? Yeah! Finally got it. can't do like the spin attack for some reason in that last scene. Final stage cleared. Oh boy. Did it. Thus, Eric has fulfilled his destiny as a vampire hunter. Time to go to the Wild West and put on a cowboy hat and die. That is the Eric lore. I actually don't know why he becomes a cowboy, if they ever explained it. So. You want to stop meowing, buddy? Huh? That's pretty alright. I think it's definitely one of the better, of the, like, more classic Castlevania games. It is a little wonky, but it's kind of wonky in a neat way. And I think I think the big thing is, like, the enemy diversity more than anything is, like, it's really different from the other Castlevania games, I feel like. Admittedly, I have not played, you know, there's a handful that I still have not gotten to, but this definitely feels like one of the more, we built the battles from the ground up kind of thing, so. It was kind of interesting that, like, they try to do a lot with, like, rotation and stuff like that, even though that seems like something they should have done a little bit more like the Super Nintendo version. I feel like the Super Nintendo game just didn't utilize the rotation stuff that much, other than, like, just that weird pipe or whatever, so. Pipe room that, like, rotates up and down. Or, I don't know, cylinder you kind of run in or whatever. Yeah, money. Food from you. The setting. I don't know much about 1917. He, like, I don't want you, I just want the food. All I really want. Prince of Moss, not Queen of Moss? Yeah, we're not done with Appletail yet. Iggy. I want you to be quiet. Oh, I should just give him food. He doesn't really want to be up here. The second I put him down, he's gonna meow like crazy. Try expert mode. I'm good. I don't want to try expert mode. We did it. That was fun. It's been a long time coming. I should have probably beat this a very long time ago. So, is it time to read the story? Can I know what's happening now? A countess sought to revive the long-dead spirit of the vampire. I did kill her. Elizabeth Bartley. To revive him, she needed to travel all over Europe, enlisting help from all the powers of darkness. 2 young vampire hunters. His spear is very short there. Jonathan always looks kind of weird to me a little bit. There we go, got the plot. Nice plot. The Thori. Alright, you were saying you want to do a casual review of this? I don't know if I have a lot of thoughts, I will be honest with you, about this right now. Or at least I don't feel like I have anything to say. Oh, Morris can whip from the ceiling? That's kind of cool. Can you just, like, do that whenever he feels like it, as long as he can reach the thing? Woo, whip. Alright. I figured he was just, like, standard Belmont gameplay. That's actually pretty nice. I will probably play through that sometime the next week or so. Hungarian noblewoman, a serial killer. I don't know history, Mr. T, so she is now a Castlevania character, and that's all she'll ever be to me. So, all right. Let's see here. Is it looking at stuff? My setup might not actually be good for this right now. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, I'm okay. We got a little thing down there. Do you have audio from me? You do. You want the music? I can turn the idle music on. I feel like it's been a long time since we used the idle music. What are we doing here? All right. Psychopath. That makes sense. I imagine most people who murder people have some mental thing going on there. Review assets are on. Appletail. Not Apple. Castlevania. Bloodlines. All caps. Signify the importance. What's the good? What's the good for this going on? Enemy variety is 100%, or maybe, I want to say like with the franchise, unique enemies for the series. I don't know. That's kind of a long way to put that. There we go. I don't want to go listen to a podcast about how she murdered people. So, what else we got going on here? What do you guys like about Castlevania Bloodlines? I think that's what really stood out to me, was like the unique enemies for the series kind of thing. Snappier? I guess the whip is like kind of inherently a different thing in the Super Famicom game, right? Stage variety. Plays different types of characters, access different parts of the page, excellent music. Okay. I'll need additional vouching for the other characters because I don't know much about that. If anyone else has anything I want to say about that. Music's pretty good. Okay. Mr. T, I would say I think I'm a little underwhelmed by this game visually. I mean, again, I don't know what's going on with the Genesis, but I don't particularly think this is like a great looking 16-bit game. I would say this looks kind of like some, to me, like I know it's not, but to me it kind of reminds me like how a Master System game looks to me in some ways. So, impressive visual effects for the system. That's a good point. That they do, maybe it's like creative use of visual effects. The visual effects, because like I don't necessarily know if anything, like, again, I don't know the Genesis super well, but like this game just doesn't read as like super great looking to me, but I could definitely see like the visual tricks kind of stuff standing out with like the rotating boss stage and the split level stuff and things like that. And yeah, I don't know if many Genesis games had like any bonus chips. I know like Virtua Racing did. I'm sure games did, but I feel like, wasn't there like some issue with the Genesis where like, I think maybe they didn't like build in some extra like pins or something that they needed for certain, like to do that easily or something. I don't remember what it was. I feel like I was reading something about this recently and it was like the Genesis just didn't have these like extra pin set built in for like basically sending extra data kind of thing, but I could be getting that entirely wrong. So, ton of bosses. I feel like I guess there's like a bunch of mid bosses too, right? For me, I feel like the bosses kind of fall into like the unique enemies / bosses kind of thing. Page variety. Creative use effects. Two different playstyles. Something like that. Is that like a pretty good set for you guys? Unique bosses for the Also, last enemies for the series. Stage design, excellent. Just excellent on its own. It's just excellent, baby. Music. I feel like I usually like to do something like that kind of identifies better music if we can, but I think it's good music. Creative use of visual effects in 2 different play styles. Hey Zero, how's it going? You agree, Zero. Zero, have you ever played Castlevania Bloodlines in your life? All right. We're not locked in yet, so if you got any extra good, we can do that. I know, Zero. I'll say, I don't know if you've ever played a Castlevania game before. The bad. I think some of the sprite work is janky, personally. Kind of simple, maybe is the better way to put it. Bit simple. I think like the staircases look weird. I think the characters maybe lacked a lot of detail. The like stair climbing animation's kind of strange. I think there could have been a lot more done for the visuals, like on that start. Laggy controls. The levels are very long. They probably could have been broken up in half. Part of me wants to be like, I think the kind of weird like thing with me at that is that like, I feel like part of the reason why I don't like the levels are so long is because the lack of health, whatever, there's a lot of dust on this microphone stand. Lack the health upgrades. But I also like am streaming, so I wasn't paying enough attention. So like after like the second level of the game, I did not ever see another crack in my entire life, basically. So there could have been health upgrades that I was just walking by because I'm streaming this video game. But yeah, it did feel like kind of a gauntlet on some of these stages. So with limited continues, yeah. The unfortunate thing about limited continues, because I'm using save states, that it's like kind of that part of it gets kind of like buried a little bit. Limited continue. Let's say this: limited continues. Use save states, because we did use save states, and I think it's good to note that if we're going to complain about that aspect of the game to some degree, because I don't feel like we did not directly rub up against the limited continues in a way that I would have been able to experience that, I guess, at the very least. So I want to make sure that we note that at least. What else? You said it was like laggy, right, Joshua? I don't know if it felt laggy to me, although there is like some funkiness with the controls, like not being able to turn around when you're crouched is a little weird. And I also feel like the like super jump would get in the way sometimes when I'm like on the ground trying to do stuff. Yeah, maybe it's a little like stiff. Controls a little stiff. And that's the best way to put that. I know it's like very video gamey kind of language there, but or video game reviewy kind of language, but we are doing a review, I guess. So boss rush was unnecessary. I don't have a problem with the boss rush, really. Admittedly, again, we are using save states, right? So anything else? Sprite work is a bit simple. Limited continues. Controls are a little stiff. Yeah, and it's worth mentioning I am playing this on the PS4 as well, so I don't know if there's any kind of difference that would have came from that or what. But I'd say to me it felt more stiff than it did like laggy or anything like that for input lag. We can definitely probably put the levels a little too long, maybe. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but I think for me it kind of probably falls a little bit more into like the health pacing, but again with the streaming I don't feel comfortable complaining too much about that. So anything else? Any other bad? Are there any other bads I can think of? Bosses. Was there anything bad about the bosses? I don't think so. Like, the most frustrating part of the game was that one hallway for me, which was very doable, but it just was a lot. But I don't think there's anything that specifically was wrong with that hallway. It just had a lot going on. Was there an issue with, like, difficulty curve at all? I do feel like the middle of the game was harder than the end of the game. But I don't know. I don't feel like it was like that much harder though. The Switch version of the Anniversary Collection. Oh, you have the Switch version, yeah. Yeah, I don't know like what the versions are and if they're like that different from each other. My assumption is that a lot of these modern collections probably are at parity with each other overall. Whether those are good representations is a whole other thing, right? But I'd imagine like, you know, between PS4, Switch, and all that stuff, most of this stuff should probably run all right. Switch is obviously going to be kind of a weird grab bag situation sometimes. But I feel like most of the problems with the Switch are like more intensive 3D games from like that are being remade, right? And then like a Star Wars PS2 game or something like that. Or if it's like a 2D game built from the, like, that's a new 2D game that might not be, like, it's one of those things like where like everyone like looks at a 2D game like, oh, that looks like it should run really super easy or something like that, but apparently, you know, video games don't work that way, right? And then so you have to you know, what's running underneath the game is a lot more intensive than like older video games at times, right? So yeah, okay. Well, I think this is probably good for what we got going on right here. So let us go to the final review. Let me fix this a little bit. The good. Do we have any music here? You guys want dramatic music? Is dramatic music playing? I might not have dramatic music. Oh, there it is. Riddle. Let me get rid of the stamp. There we go. Stamp is gone. Fix the text up here. Nope, that's everything. Game name. Enough for now. 5 stars. Anyone else got any things? I gotta think of the rating for me. Let me throw it over there for now. 1 out of 5. Although we also do halvesies if you want to. Castlevania Bloodlines box art. We'll go with the American box art. Featuring this hunk, featuring Raul. This is a bad scan of the box art, but we'll live. Oh, I have a Japanese box art. Or no, the European box art. Europeans represent! Uh-oh, don't move that. Don't move that! Where's the box? There's the box. Europeans represent! I'm just destroying everything, just trying to move this dang box. Okay. Europeans. All right. All right. Europeans also, we're going to be visited by a very special friend. He was like, you know, I can't. Where is he? Where is our very special friend? Is this our very special friend? No. Okay, here, the file name unknown.png. Where are you gonna go, very special friend? I don't really have a space for you. It's all right. Come here, buddy. Get up in there. It's all right. We'll get there, Mr. T. We'll get there. I've got other more important things going on right now, Mr. T. All right, then I got to make sure his layering is correct. So he will go under the stamp. Very important things happening. All right, I need to read your scores as well. I've not done. No. Where'd he go? Oh, he's in the stamp. I don't want that. Get out of there. Get out of there. I want you above the review text. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right. Anyways, let's there we go. It's a beautiful looking page right now. All right. Let me go into here. We'll modify the bad. We're gonna just drop that down a little bit, I think. Does that work? I can't see it right now. That works enough. Good enough for me. All right. All right. Let me look at your scores. Okay, Mr. T's got a 5, so we're at the 5 range. Oscar, I'm gonna put you for a 4.5, Oscar. Right? If you're willing to go with the 4.5, believe in it, man. Go all the way. And then Joshua says like a 4, so I'd say we're probably floating around a 4.5. What about myself? Where am I at? Where am I at with this video game? This is the one problem with doing a community review right after, is because I haven't thought about this now. And I feel like that my accuracy rate here of like what I actually feel is gonna be hard. My brain is telling me like a 3.5 right here. We will not go to 3.5, but that's my vote, I think. I'm trying to think if like a 3.5 feels a little weird though with this game. Let me look at my bad. Sprite work is a bit simple. Limited continues. Controls are a little stiff. Levels are a little too long. I don't think that bothers me that much. If I went to a 4, I'd probably drop us just like a 4.5, I think. Like, I think that would be a reasonable place to be. But being a 3.5, I feel like I might... How many 4s do we got? Alvy, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 4, 4, 4. We got double 4, a 5, and a 4.5. And a 3.5. Alright, I think it probably, like, as much as I want to, like, raise it up to a 4, because I kind of feel like right now, in the moment, when I read this list here of the bad, I don't feel like it's a 3.5. But I think my heart is telling me a 3.5 right now. So I think we're gonna go with a 4 then. Put it right there, maybe. That seems somewhat fair. I think that's fairly reasonable at the very least. All right. Are we ready to give Raul the stamp of truth? Let him carry. You guys ever see the Hokuto no Ken episode with, what's his name? Shoot. What is his name? The blind guy. Shu on the top of the mountain, and then, Salazar is, like, making Shu hold the, what's it called on top of the mountain? The big, like, rock piece, and it's, like, coming down on him, he's bleeding, and then he sees again, and then he sees Kenshiro right before he dies. There's some spoilers for you. Beautiful. All right. Uh-oh, did the stamp not work? Hey, buddy. I would love a stamp. Let me do this. Where's my stamp at, buddy? We're always under the stamp. I can confirm that much. What's going on? Oh, I think I see the problem. Okay. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and then I think this should fix it. There we go. Let me... We can see Raul underneath there. There we go. 4.0 out of 5. That's like an 8, man, right? That's how 5-star scores work. Right? Well, that was fun. I think I more or less kind of expected what I got out of it. But I did enjoy it. So I definitely will play through on Morris, and maybe like I'll feel a little better about the game after playing through Morris. But like I didn't dislike the game either. I think it was like a above average Castlevania game for me. Let me see if I can pull up my ranking list actually real quick. I'm curious what I ranked Castlevania. Let me see if I can figure out where that would go on there. Let's go to my podcast. It's hidden now because I hide podcasts. No, that one should be shown. Castlevania. Ranking of Castlevania games. All right, did I provide pictures of this? I don't think I did, so I gotta open up the video. Cat. Cat is desperate. Is this done? Okay, yeah, this is wrapped up. This is gonna be really, really janky. Don't worry too much about it. Also, I gotta save it. No, do not replace unknown. Ranking. This is why I have like files all over my PC, because I'm just like, I just gotta drop it somewhere. I'm gonna throw no name on it, and it's gonna be an adventure. The Castlevania adventure. Alright. It's me. Alright, what do we have going on right here? Let's see, what was our list here? Alright. Okay. Okay. I agree with this S rank tier. I forgot there was an S rank. That's why I thought... My brain, when we were talking about it earlier, Alvy, about like Lords of Shadow 2 being higher, I think I thought it was an S rank, and so I was like, I'm surprised I put it that high, but... Alright. Agreed. All those are agreed. Portrait of Ruin. Portrait of Ruin seems a little high, but sometimes that's just how you feel in the moment, right? Dracula's Curse. Dracula's Curse is good. I think this is the same game right here, right? I just put two of the same game on that list for some reason. Okay, Dracula X. I'd probably put it like in this A range. I think it is in the A's. Purple of the Moon. Man, this is a hard list. Like, some of these games I do really like. So, I can see why I probably struggle with this list. Word of Ecclesia, A, really? I'm kind of surprised at that. See, like, here's the problem with me ranking games. Like, later on, I think about them like, Word of Ecclesia, no, that's a B game. What's that doing at A? Maybe, for me at least. I know people like Word of Ecclesia, but for me, that's probably like a B. Yeah, I think like in here, probably like snugly between like Castlevania 3 and Dracula X for the PSP. I think that's a reasonable place for it. So that'd be in the A range, in my opinion. I suppose. But I give it a 3.5. Anyways, video games are done. We're done with them for now. We'll be back with Napple Tale next week, I think. If I recall correctly, let me just double check the month stuff. Yeah, so Napple Tale will be next week. We'll try to wrap that up. The week after that, I will be out of town on Thursday. So I will let you guys know what the plan is for that week when that week happens. Probably depends on just what's going on, probably. And then the week after that, Thursday should be fine. We'll go from there. So, anyways. If you did not see, I put up a Doraemon video this week, so go check that out if you want. And then also we'll be watching Halloween stuff on Saturday. Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. If you want to do that, go join the Discord. There's a link on the website. There's a link in the description of this video. There should be links in the link tree that's linked on Twitter or something like that too. Plenty of places. You can also just harass me if you need the link too. So feel free to do those. And then, yeah. Otherwise, after the Doraemon video, things are going to be pretty quiet for a little bit. So it's just going to focus on the panels and getting those out and then getting those uploaded. And then December, we'll kind of play it by ear. I might do something small for December just to put something out. I don't think I'm going to do anything big during December, but maybe some small videos just to do something. So, but yes. Anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope you guys have a good Halloween. Dress up like a penguin. Become pen.